Hello, my most beautiful besties. I'm sure you guys can tell by today's title and thumbnail, we have a good old-fashioned chatty get ready with me. I haven't done one of these, I think in like a month or so, and we have so much to talk about. I had to catch you guys up in my life for the last month. So grab a snack, bestie, grab a drink, because I'll be playing with just a little bit of new makeup, but mostly just chatting and getting ready with me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on the Jean-Luc Lovable Lip Balm right here. I absolutely love this lip balm. It is so hydrating, so refreshing, and it just feels absolutely incredible on my lips. So I need to catch you guys up. I'm gonna show the products as I put them on. Like I said, I think I have like one or two new products. Everything else is just not new, but I will have everything I'm wearing on my face listed down below. But today is just honestly just about catching up with you guys and kind of telling you guys what's been going on in my life for last month. So I'm gonna start off with Thayer's Hydrating Milky Toner. You guys know this is my favorite. Let me start you guys off of like kind of where I'm at. So I turned my keys in on, I wanna say June 29th. So we officially turned our keys over to my apartment, and that was definitely such a surreal moment. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when me and Corey went in on the 29th to kind of just do the final like walkthrough to kind of like look at the apartment, make sure I didn't forget anything, make sure everything is like kind of nice and clean. I remember I was standing in the apartment and Corey looked at me and he's like, "We're done." And I went and I literally burst out into tears. I mean, like, I burst out into tears, and he's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, I don't know why. I had such a connection to that place. I couldn't tell you why I had such, I'm going to Bayama Phytomycin Glow Serum. I couldn't tell you why I had such a connection, but I truly had such a connection to that place. It truly just like tugged at my heart. And so the idea of like leaving it behind really kind of sat with me, and I was pretty emotional about it, not gonna lie. And I think a part of it has to do with the fact that like that was like the last place that I had my cats, Callie and Jace. Both of them did pass away. Callie passed away on May 22nd, 2026, and Jace passed away on January like 25th of like 2023. So those are like the last times I saw my cats were in that apartment. And I know a lot of you guys are like, "Oh, since they're refurbishing the entire apartment, why don't you take that piece of drywall where they're, where they're scratching at and everything?" I can't do that. I can't cut out a piece of drywall because they weren't getting rid of the walls. They're getting rid of like the border and like replacing light fixtures and painting the walls. But I couldn't just like cut out the drywall and be like, "I'm taking this with me." If I did that, I'm sure they'd probably charge me for some damages for taking a piece of the wall. But at the end of the day, I still like, I took pictures of it and whatnot, but it's still like really hard for me to like say goodbye. I'm going to the Bubble Level Up Gel Balancing Gel Moisturizer to say goodbye to that place. It really was hard. I for sure thought that me and Corey were going to get like this astronomical charge for the apartment, because even though they were fully replacing everything, I don't know, you just like always expect them to like kind of like charge you up the ass, right? So that's kind of like what I was expecting. But surprisingly enough, they only charged me and Corey $129. 54 of that was from like the leftover water and utilities. The rest has to do with doorknobs, because Koa did bite the doorknobs. But I almost wanted to say, "Why are you charging me for this?" Because you're replacing the doorknobs, but I wasn't going to fight them. And then two, the blinds, because Koa and Kaya damaged the blinds. So I understood that one. But we literally kind of just got away with only $129 worth of charges. And I was actually really impressed by that. Now, here's the thing. Last time I did a Chatty Get Ready with you, or like when I did my PR haul, I told you guys that I wasn't going to be getting some PR packages anymore because I had updated my address and brands were still sending to my old address. Now, I want to go ahead and preface and say I updated my address through USPS early in April. As soon as I got approved for this house, I immediately went and changed my address on everything, and I did mail forwarding for a year. Did mail forwarding. But I can't control FedEx and I can't control UPS, and I updated every single brand that I could think of to give them my new updated address, and almost every single one listened to me but Amika and Benefit Club Pink. Both those brands, Benefit Club Pink has completely just left me, like, they haven't even opened my messages. They completely ignored me. Benefit Cosmetics finally did get back to me saying that they're going to update my address, but Amika has left me on red every single time. So at this point, if there's a package that gets delivered there, bye, it's trash, it's gone. Like, whoever's going to live there is going to take it, because I can't keep going there, right? So Anyway, I'm telling you guys that because I do have some wonderful neighbors who, I'm going to go into the Hard Candy Glow Unlock Primer, who reached out to Corey to say, hey, we noticed that you had a pink package from Benefit Club Pink sitting at your door, so we went ahead and grabbed it for you at your earliest convenience. You can come get it whenever, you know, it's easiest for you. So Corey's like, okay, perfect. Allie's going out of work now. She'll go stop by and pick it up. So Corey told those people to put the package outside my door, and this is like 3 days after we turned the keys in, by the way. So I went to my old apartment like 3 days after turning my keys in, expecting the package to be sitting at my door because the person just physically dropped at my door maybe like 30 minutes prior, and it was gone. The package was gone. I could not believe that my package is gone. So I knocked on the door, and some construction person opened the door, and I said, hey, I was told that there's like a pink package here for me. I just moved out. And the guy said, oh, CC, and they pointed inside. And then I said, okay, so you have the little pink package? And then he said, no English, no habla English. So I was like, pink package? And he just kind of told me to come inside. And where was this like whole stranger danger aspect? Because I didn't have it. I just waltzed right into the apartment, trusting this strange man to walk right in, because I'm sitting here going, oh, well, they have my package. So clearly, guys, I am that person that can be lured in by beauty products. Now for foundation, I am going to the L'Oreal Skin Tint Balm right here. I did tell you guys I was gonna try this out. This is the Tinted Balm infused with hyaluronic acid. I got the shade 2.5 Neutral Pale, so I hope this is the right shade, but we'll find out. So anywho, I just waltzed right into the apartment, and let me tell you, this apartment was in shambles. The entire floor gone. It's just concrete. All the cabinets are gone. The fridge is gone. The microwave is gone. The cabinet and the countertops are gone. Everything was gone. It's completely in shambles, and they're painting the wall. And so I walked in. They had no lights, so they were just literally relying on like the light from like the sun. Wow, this is actually a pretty good match, I would say. So they're just kind of relying on the light from the sun. So I walked in, and like I'm kind of like looking at the counter, kind of where the guy like pointed me to. And then another guy walks up and said, hi, can I help you? I was like, yeah, hi, I was told that I have a pink package inside. He goes, there's no packages here. And I said, well, someone just dropped this package off at the door like 30 minutes ago. And this guy just said there's a package here. He goes, no, ma'am, there's no packages here. I just came back from lunch like 30 minutes ago, and I didn't see any packages. And I go, okay, so no pink package. He goes, no pink package. So I walk out of the apartment, and the head maintenance guy saw me, and he's like, Allie, what are you doing here? And I said, well, I was told that I have a package here, so I came to pick it up, and they're telling me that the package is not here. Like, it was at the door 30 minutes ago. Like, I just talked to one of my neighbors, and they said that they just dropped the package off 30 minutes ago, and now the construction crew is saying that they don't have it, so maybe someone else took it. And then my head maintenance guy went, absolutely not. I said, do you think that the construction crew can take it? He goes, oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. So he takes me back to the apartment, goes to the head construction guy in there and said, have you seen a package? And he said, oh, you know what? You know, I did see a car pull up like 30 minutes ago. They quickly pulled up the front door, and then like they left. So maybe they took the package. And me and the maintenance guy kind of looked at each other. So then we went into the garage where they were keeping all like the storage stuff, and we kind of dug through the trash, but there wasn't anything there. And like we looked through the entire apartment. There was nothing there. So I don't know, but all I know is that I don't know, but either way, we couldn't find the package. So I had my first package stolen, besties. My first package stolen. In 6 years that I had lived at that exact apartment, I've never had a package issue, but the second that I moved out, I had a package stolen, and it's a small little Benefit Club pink package. So have fun with like whatever it is, but I could not believe that they stole the package. So we did let the neighbors know that took the package, like, hey, just a heads up, someone stole it. They were completely dumbfounded in Florida as well. They also think that it could have possibly been the construction crew, or maybe it could have been the car that pulled up. I don't know. I don't want to fully say that it was them. The only reason why I'm kind of suspicious of it is because the first guy said CC and like pointed that it was inside. So I don't know. I just think it's a little sus that the package is missing. I don't know where it is. I did let Benefit know. I never got a response, and it is okay. I don't really care. But yeah, I got my first package stolen. So that's kind of how the month kicked off for me, was me getting my package stolen for the first time ever, besties. Can you believe it? Oh my God, I never experienced that before. And here I am thinking that I'm moving into a neighborhood, right? And I'm going to have like I don't know. I don't know these people here. I was like, what if like they try to steal my packages? Because you hear about package thieves all the time, right? You always hear about it. But surprisingly enough, everybody here has been so nice. They like wave at you and stuff like that. And I've had people tell me to become friends with my neighbors. I'm not doing that because like that's just weird for me. It's not something I'm comfortable with. But I don't mind being polite and like waving and saying hello as like I walk by them and stuff like that. I just am not gonna go my way to become friends, especially because like I was gonna say I don't live here. Like I don't know what my status is gonna be like here in a year. I don't know. Like me and Corey still haven't even like hung anything up in the apartment because I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, you know, it's hard to explain living in someone else's home. Like it's weird for me. I don't know. It's weird because I don't know what my status is gonna be. Like maybe in a year from now, the owner could want to sell the house or maybe the owner will let us renew. I don't really know. I don't know. It's not like it's owned by a company. It's owned by an owner who uses a company as like a third party to be the communication person between us. So the owner still has a say in everything, but we just have to go through the property rental to pay and like fix any like maintenance requests. We go through them, but like everything has to be approved through the owner. It's weird. Like we can't even paint inside the house without going through the property management and having the owner send out a painter to come paint like the inside. It's so weird. Not something I'm used to. Okay, I do want to say that this balm actually looks really pretty. Like it's definitely a medium coverage, almost more on a light to medium coverage. You could definitely build this up, but this is supposed to be a nice, just glowy skin tint. And wow, I am peeling right here. I think it has to do with the sponge. Yeah, I am peeling like crazy. Only right here though. Isn't that weird? What? Do you see that? Oh my, what is that? That's weird. So for bronzer, I'm just gonna go into the Physician Formula bronzer right here. So that's just kind of what happened wrapping up the apartment right over there. So now we're moving into like kind of what's been going on this month. So earlier this month, I had told you guys that I have not been doing the best mentally. And I really haven't. I have not been doing the best mentally. Honestly, I've been struggling for a long time. Truly, I've been struggling for a long time, but I decided to finally go seek some help because it was just been getting pretty bad for me. I had my first appointment with my doctor, and I actually did get an official diagnosis. I did get diagnosed with anxiety disorder, which I was so not shocked about. But I also got diagnosed with PMDD, and if you don't know what that is a premenstrual dissociative disorder. I am being put on proper medication for it, and I'm also being forced, I say forced lately, but low-key I am, to do therapy. So I have my first therapy appointment at the end of July. I'm not a fan of it. I did therapy back in the day. Back in my 20s, I did therapy, especially when I was in a really low place and like was self-harming myself. I did therapy, but I'm just not the biggest fan of therapy. I don't really like talking about my emotions. It's just not something that I like to do with somebody. But my doctor insisted that I do this for my treatment. So I had my first therapy session at the end of July, and I definitely don't know how to take it. Like I know that therapy is amazing. Okay, I do know it's amazing. A lot of my friends do it and they love it. They're big advocates for it. But I don't know. It's not something that I necessarily want to do, but as part of my treatment plan, I am seeing a therapist. So I know a lot of you guys were asking if I was okay, what was kind of going on. I'm not going to dive into too many details about the conversation that I had and like what really kind of led to it. I'm not going to go into that because that is really personal. But I will tell you guys I did get diagnosed with PMDD because I'm not ashamed to say that. And maybe it can help somebody else out there who may be struggling, you know, during the luteal phase, right before their period. Maybe yes, something you can look into, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you like any medical advice. All I'm doing is sharing kind of like my own experience. Oh, I'm going into the hard candy blush duel right here. And I'm seeking help because it's time that I finally take care of myself because I have been not taking care of myself in a very, very long time. And I'm finally taking care of myself and doing what I need to do to get in a better place. So I took those steps and I reached out for help and finally got some answers, which I thought was really, really nice. And it makes me feel kind of validated knowing that like I'm not crazy. You know what I mean? Like I could be crazy, but like not like that. So that felt really good. And because of that, because I went and sought help, I decided to also step out of my comfort zone and I applied for the Ulta Beauty Collective. I originally was not going to apply for this because I'm never going to think that I'm good enough. I'm never going to think I'm good enough. I'm never going to think that I'm worthy or deserving of everything, of anything. Like that's just something I've always struggled with. And my friend actually, Leah Janae, actually told me that I need to apply Like, she's like, you gotta do it. You gotta apply. So I did apply, but she's like, you gotta make a video. So if you guys did not see, I did post a video on my YouTube Shorts as well as on Instagram and TikTok of me applying to the Ulta Beauty Collective. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'll be damned if I don't shoot my shot. Like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna try for it because, you know, I feel like you only fail if you stop trying, and I feel like I need to be a cheerleader for myself. I'm such a cheerleader for everybody else in my life but myself. Maybe such a cheerleader to you guys when you guys reach out to me about things and life events and whatnot. I'm the biggest advocate for you guys, but it's time I start doing it for myself. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I applied. I don't know if I'll get it, but I definitely will keep you guys up to date. But I did want to share a little bit of my mental health journey with you guys, because I always am very open and raw and honest with you guys. I don't ever hold anything back. I always tell you guys the truth of what's going on. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me with my mental health. So just know I'm on the road to recovery. I did seek help, and hopefully the new treatment that I will be on will put me in a better place, and we could have a very different conversation in like 2 months, because I'll be having monthly follow-ups with my doctor for the foreseeable future until we're in a better place. Okay, so that's looking really pretty. I want to do something kind of just very soft and like glowy, but it is kind of weird because like I am getting like really peely at the bottom. I don't know what's causing it. Like, I truly don't know what's causing it. I like also low-key don't want to set my face because I really like how I'm looking right now. I'm also not leaving the house at all today. So like I kind of just like, if I'm glowy, I'm glowy, but I do kind of need to set my eyes because I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to be going in with some Terra Moon shadows. So a while ago, I told you guys that I bought the brand new like pastel Terra Moon Cosmetics collection. I'll put the name of it right here because I don't remember what the name is called, but I ended up buying this right here. Like, it cost me like $90 something for those 10 shades. And when I ended up buying it, they actually reached out to me and said, oh my gosh, like, we'd love to send you our new outer space collection. So that's what they ended up doing right here. So they sent this to me all in PR, which I thought was really cool. I'm gonna put like a little swatch video right here so you guys can see some of the swatches. But that was actually really nice of them to send me this entire outer space collection. So this one, like I said, is the top one I paid for. The bottom one they did send to me in PR. All of those are shimmers. They're definitely a mix between like multi-chromes, metallic foils, shimmers, toppers. So you could definitely tell that there is a variety of formula in here. I do want to kind of play with these just a little bit. Not too drastic. I just want to play with a little bit of the like multi-chromes a little bit. I like foil shades. I think they're really fun, but at the same time, foil shades can definitely flake, especially if you have really oily lids. They could definitely flake. So something to be mindful of when playing with any of the Terra Moon cosmetic shadows, that some of these might flake. So you might want to put down some like gripping eye base to really lock it in, or you might have to just expect they might flake. So anyway, another thing that happened to me this past month, y'all, I swear to God, I can never catch a break. I can never catch a break. So I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. You know, moving was a lot more expensive than I expected. I knew it was gonna cost us some money, but I did not expect it to cost us as much money as it did. So I had to pay rent for 2 different places for a month and a half. I had to pay 2 different power bills, 2 different water bills, 2 different internet bills, 2 different renter's insurance for about a month and a half. And it adds up because moving from where we lived to where we live right now, we had to pay all new deposits because it was in a different county. So where I moved, which is just wild to me because it's only like a freaking 12-minute difference. No, it's a different power company. So we had to pay almost a $500 security deposit for our power bill during the summer season on top of our during the summer season. So we had to pay almost a $500 security deposit for the electricity bill in this house. And I'm just like, then on top of that, when we moved in here, the AC wanted to have issues. I'm gonna go into this really pretty pastel shade. I'm gonna go into this. They wanted to have issues. So the AC was definitely fluctuating when we first moved in. And we did have to have someone come out. They had to put 3 liters or 3 pounds of coolant into the AC unit. And mind you, I'm used to like an AC unit that I just go into like a closet and I can just take off the filter and I could tell if the AC froze over. I've never been in like a home AC before. Granted, my parents' house had a home AC because I used to live in a house for like 21 years in my parents' house, but I was a child. I wasn't looking at the AC unit. So I noticed one day when I came home from work that it was like 78 degrees in this house. And I was like, holy shit, this place is hot. So I found the AC unit, I took out the filter, and then it's just this really long, I'm sure you homeowners understand what I'm saying this, like a tunnel that goes straight and then also goes up. And I'm like, how the fuck do I tell if this is frozen over? Like, how do I see? So I, told this to Corey, and he said, oh, why don't you like crawl in and look up? And I said, crawl in? I'm not crawling in there. Have you seen horror movies? There could be like a dead body or someone hiding in there. I'm not crawling in there. So I waited till he got home. I did what I thought was best by turning off the AC unit, turning the fan on to melt what I thought may be potential ice, and eventually ended up working. And we eventually ended up working. So we ended up having the house cool down, never, but we ended up just having that issue for a bit. I changed out the AC filter. I bought a brand new AC filter, but I was still having issues. So we ended up contacting the property manager, the property company. They had to contact the owner, and they sent someone out. And this person was supposed to come at like 5 o'clock. He didn't show up until almost 8:20. And I was going to say something, but then when he showed up, it was this really old man. And I was like, I can't give shit to a really old man. That's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, he's limping, come and help out at 8:20. It is about to thunderstorm. In fact, it actually started to rain. That he had to prop up this big umbrella and tent over the AC unit to look at it. I felt so bad. He didn't leave till 10:30. Okay, mind you, he didn't leave till 10:30. But ultimately, they had to put 3 pounds of coolant into the AC unit. He also told us how that we have to go, like, there's like this little section in like the AC where we either pour like distilled vinegar or like bleach down it to make sure we clean out the AC unit once a month. We have to like flush it. And then he also told the owner that the compression's going bad, so they will have to replace the compression sometime soon, because like the unit's like 18 years old, so he will have to get that replaced soon. So that was really fun for us to deal with. So mind you, this has been happening for a while, and it does not help. Like, I thought moving in here was going to be so nice and grand, but it doesn't help that there's a lot of fallout in this pan, mind you. It doesn't help that I'm going to go into this pretty shade right here. This is going to be called Galactic Gummies. Look how pretty this is. This is a foil shade, mind you, so it's going to be like really right there, right? But I did not think that by moving into a house that has a sunroof, that it was going to cause issues for us. And boy, has it. Now, the sunroof is absolutely beautiful. Like, I love the lighting in this house. I'll show you guys like just a little snippet of like what it looks like. It's so pretty. Like, my favorite place is the bathroom. That is my favorite place with like the big natural light. I haven't done a home tour yet because honestly, guys, I'm still living out of boxes. I have not unpacked. Like, me and Corey, we've unpacked, but like we also haven't unpacked at the same time because we've barely had time off together. And by the time that we do have off together, we just want to spend some time together, and we have a whole year to unpack, right? If ever. Wow, look at that. This is why I don't like foils sometimes, because like, look at how messy that is. It's so messy. Foils are so messy, but they're like some of the prettiest shades. Okay, I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Citrus Nebula. I feel like that'd be really pretty to like put in the center. It's like this like little orange shade. But I did not know, like I said, by having a sunroof, that it was going to cause the house to get a lot warmer than normal, because you have this 2 big open windows that are just allowing all this heat inside. So the AC guy told us that the AC in the house is going to fluctuate. So he said some nights you're going to see the temperature rise to like 77. He goes, please note that's not your actual AC rising to that temperature. That just means that's how hot it is. It's getting in here because it's just harder to cool a home like this down. But you just got to bear with it. Don't adjust it. Leave it alone. It will eventually cool itself down. And that's something that we've noticed, that we just now let it do its thing, and then it just gets that warm, and then it cools itself down by like 5, 6 o'clock at night. This is just ungodly messy. So we were dealing with that, but because of that, I mean, our electricity bill is close to like $300 because of how much the AC has been fluctuating. And we're just like, on top of everything else, on top of paying all these double bills, we started getting the bills for this house, and we're just not used to it yet. So we've definitely taken a hit financially compared to what we normally would have, or what we normally would have expected. I'm just gonna quickly do the other eye, and I'm gonna quickly just set my face, and then we're gonna come back to do the rest of the face, and I'll finish my story. All right, I'm just gonna go with the Natasha Denona powder right here. So anyway, like I said, we just were hit with more bills than what we expected. So it really took a hit on us financially, because we just really weren't expecting it. We really weren't expecting it. And I'm so beyond blessed for my beautiful friend Cody J, because he provided me a job back in April. I work at the Social Nexus agency as the head of creator growth and partnership. So because of that job, it's been easier for us to afford things, but still, we are still playing major catch up right now, because it's been a lot. It's been a lot financially, one that we just kind of expected, but like also didn't expect at the same time, right? Like we didn't expect Corey's heart situation that happened this year. We didn't expect to have Callie go down. We just had so many things that were just kind of unexpected. So needless to say, I blew through my savings. So I have nothing left in savings, and I have no shame in saying that because it's just my life. And I was like, okay, now that everything's paid for, where maybe we could finally start catching up again, start saving money. Nope. You want to know why, besties? Do you want to know why? That's just not going to be feasible for me anytime soon, because you guys know that I have 2 wonderful German Shepherds. Now, I did tell you guys that Kai has had some health issues. She has an autoimmune disease where she has a fistula in her foot that she's going to be dealing with for the rest of her life. Like, she's going to be dealing with this fistula. There's nothing we could do about it. The only thing we are doing is we're treating her symptoms, which she's on like a daily topical topical steroid cream to help to close the hole that she has in her foot. And it's something we've been dealing with for a long time. Like, the water mold bacteria that was in her foot came back negative for pertussis, but she still has like a water mold infection. So she was on antibiotics. That's been good. She's been taken off of that, but now she just is on like this foot cream. So we're thinking everything's great. By the way, I wanted to say before I forget, I just in case I get asked any questions, I don't go in with SPF under my makeup routine unless I'm going out with no makeup, just because I get really oily, and SPF does tend to break up my foundation. And just I get really, really oily in this. And I get people that get really mad whenever I say I'm not wearing SPF. I do wear SPF, but I wear SPF on the days that I'm not wearing any makeup. So every day that I wake up, I put on my skincare. SPF is always included. But when I'm doing makeup, especially when I'm just sitting here filming, I'm not going out, I'm not putting in SPF. So I just want to say that, just because I know people will ask, and I just don't want people to get upset that I'm not wearing SPF right now, because I know they do. But okay, that's beside the point. I just remember looking at it. I'm going to go into the LA Girl Bronzing Duo right here. This is a new product I bought for the Charlotte Tilbury dupe, but we're gonna go with this today. So anyway, as I was saying, so you guys know we've been dealing with that health issues, but Kai's been doing really good. And then Koa has his anal gland issues where we have to go in every month and a half to go get his anal glands expressed, because they're just not expressing on his own, because he too has an autoimmune disease. Well, like I said, besties, we have 2 beautiful German Shepherds. Now, Koa, my sweet soul dog baby boy, is terrified of thunderstorms. I live in Florida. There's thunderstorms every day during the summer season. So when I have to go to work, especially on Wednesdays when I'm doing my office closing shift, we have to put him in his kennel, like his really nice big kennel, because he gets really destructive when there's a thunderstorm. If we're here, he shakes, he's anxious, he whines, but when we're not here, oh my God, besties, he gets so destructive because he's trying to find somewhere to hide. But not only that, he's trying to find something to occupy himself. Like, he is the type of dog that when he's anxious, he has to be occupied. He has to have something in his mouth. So he just gets really destructive. At our old place, he chewed doorknobs, he chewed the freaking power cord, he chewed the walls. Like, he just gets really destructive when he is terrified. So we knew that moving into this new place, we'd have to put him in his kennel because he's not used to this place. And I went to work, and I always am watching him on the camera just to make sure that he's doing okay. And I thought everything was grand. We put him in the kennel. I gave him a little bit of trazodone to keep him calm on Wednesday to make sure that he was okay during the thunderstorm. I thought everything was great. The next morning, Corey and I were getting ready for, Corey was getting ready for work. I was taking care of the dogs, and he playfully, look how much fallout's on my face. He playfully was playing with Koa, and then he just kind of grabbed his mouth and went like that to give him a kiss and a nuzzle. And Koa cried out, and he's like, I barely touched you. So he's like, why did he cry out? So he looked at Koa's teeth. Koa cracked one of his front teeth completely in half where his nerve is exposed. So we had to call our vet. We had to tell them what's going on. And they went, oh, you have to get that tooth extracted. We can't save it. And I said, what? And they're like, yep, you have to get his tooth extracted. So I was like, okay, cool. When can we schedule with you guys? They said, oh, we don't do tooth extractions here. You have to go to a specialty, like an oral surgeon for him. And I was like, okay. So we contacted the place that they told us to. We got a quote. Besties, I'm about to spend anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the outcome because, depending on the outcome, because they'll have to go in, do a full mouth of x-rays, do a dental cleaning, and a tooth extraction. So we already have his appointment set up. It's for the end of the month. And I looked at Ko and I said, you have got to be shitting me. You were literally putting me so far in the hole because you want us to be broke. Ko just told me, essentially, you're not allowed to have money. And in fact, you're going to stay home because I need you to. You're going to be broke as fuck. So that's the story of my life right now, besties. When Corey and I think that we're finally in the clear, finally starting to play catch up, Ko was like, hold my beer. Watch this. Ugh. I love my child. I love my child. He's my child and baby boy, but holy crap. My mouth about dropped when I found out the price. And I was like, and mind you, we called around. And like I said, that's just an estimate. It just kind of really depends on what they find when they go in. Honestly, it's probably more towards like the $1,000 range, if that. And I'm overestimating here. And that includes blood work, x-rays, anesthesia, medicine to take home, follow-up appointments. So everything's included in that price. That's why it's kind of more expensive. But at the end of the day, I looked at my child. I'm going to go into the hard candy glass setting spray. And I was like, thank God I freaking love you. Because you make it so that I just can't do anything in my life because you cost me so much money. So that is another thing that Corey and I are dealing with on top of just life itself. So when I have not really been around on YouTube, it's because I literally am working my ass off to try to make money. I am doing my social nexus job. I'm working at Disney, so editing for Angelica. I'm also editing for another content creator. Now that one's a little bit more sparingly. I just never said she was because she never told me to. I also work with a brand behind the scenes. I am constantly looking for new ways to make extra money because I just feel like as much as like I am so appreciative of Corey, because Corey takes on the majority of the bills. Like he takes on the majority of the bills so that I can do this job. Like truly, that man is so hardworking, and he knows that I don't really make much off of YouTube. Like I'm gonna be so for real. I only get paid once a month on YouTube and I don't make much. Take care of like the groceries, all the pet stuff, our health insurance, our car insurance, water bill, electric bill, and our car insurance as well. I think I said car insurance, but like I pay for health and car. Now Corey takes care of the rent, the phone bill, and any of like the extracurricular activities that we do. So he still takes on majority of the bills because like of how much of our rent is. But he is also trying to pay down his own debt and trying to put himself in a better place. And he finally was. And I just feel like, he has bent over backwards to make sure that I can continue to do this job because he knows how much he knows how much YouTube means to me. He knows that YouTube is my world, it's my dream, it's my passion. And while it's not my full-time job just yet, because like truly I don't make much off of YouTube, he still allowed me to follow my dreams. He could have easily looked at me and said, hey babe, I can't have you do YouTube, at least not as a job anymore. I need you to go find a better job that pays more. He hasn't. He's absolutely said, you follow your dream. And he goes, you follow your dream because I believe in you and I want you to follow your dream. I want you to follow what you're passionate about. And that is a true man right there. So I take on all these like extra gigs because I'm trying to alleviate some of the pressure that's on him to cover a lot of these bills because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. You know what I mean? Times are hard. And I always tell you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, just because I'm not ashamed of it. Like, I'm just not ashamed of my life. It is what it is. I know that a lot of us do struggle from time to time or all the time. Like, I know we all have our own struggles. But I just, I'm very open with you guys about it. So yeah, when COVID did that, I looked at him and I said, oh my God, it's just like one more thing. I feel like Corey and I truly have not had a break this year. I just feel like it's been one thing after another and we just have not had a break. And I think that's also contributing to my mental health for sure. And I was very open and honest with my doctor about it. And that's why we have a new treatment plan put in place. But it's just been so much. And I'm really hoping, besties, that by the end of the year, I could look at you guys and say, damn, that was the best year ever. Like, it started off rough, but it ended out really beautifully. That is my goal. Like, as much as life keeps wanting to shit on me and put me down, I am a phoenix. I'm going to keep rising from the ashes because I still believe that good things are coming my way. And I still believe that, tomorrow is a new day, and while today may be raining and thunderstorming, tomorrow may be beautiful and sunshine. It's why I have not given up. It's why I keep enduring and I keep pushing, because I just truly believe that where I am right now, I won't be in this place a year from now. Like, I truly do have hope. I'm gonna go and line my lips with the Morphe lip liner in the shade called Spiffy. I kind of want to do like a brown lip liner with a pink gloss. I don't know if it's gonna look good or not, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go into this Morphe dripping glass in this shade called Pink Mirror. I feel like that'd be really pretty with like this eye look. She is really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna set my face actually with the Essence Fix and Last Long Lasting Setting Spray. And I'm going to take this off, and pretty much that is going to wrap up the full face. And pretty much that's going to be the look right here. I do think it actually turned out really pretty. The only gripe that I have, honestly, is the eyeshadow. It's really beautiful. Like, truly, this look is really beautiful. Like, let me show you guys what it looks like with the mirror so you guys can have an idea of like how gorgeous these shades are. Like, you can definitely see that beautiful shift. But my only gripe is that there's just a lot of fallout when it comes to shimmers. I just noticed that, not even just from this brand, anytime there's like any like foil shades, I do notice a lot of fallout. Although the matte did also have a lot of fallout as well. Like, it's so pretty. You could definitely see that beautiful shift. You could definitely see that beautiful multi-chrome shift. It is absolutely gorgeous. But there definitely are some fallouts with those shades. So just be a little mindful of that if you do play with anything from Terra Moon Cosmetics. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys out, and we're gonna wrap up this video. All right, besties, so there is my Chatty Get Ready With Me. I'm sure there's things that I forgot to talk about because like I kept telling my head, oh, talk about this all month long when I knew I was gonna sit down and plan a Chatty Get Ready With Me. And then like once I start, I'm just like, oh, I forget everything that I wanted to tell you guys. I really should start writing this stuff down. Like, truly, I should start writing this stuff down. So if there's anything I forgot, I do apologize. Hopefully I remember for the next time. But that's my life. Like, I love showing you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, because it's truth, it's reality. And you guys seem to really love the Chatty Get Ready With Me. You guys seem to really love when I open up and tell you guys about my life, because there's always something. I feel like there's always something. I can never just be like, hey guys, life is grand. I'm always like, shit, life is lifing me right now, you know what I mean? But it's life, that's how it is. And I don't ever want to sugarcoat anything. I like to keep it real because you guys are my friends, and this is a really safe space that I have built between us. This is a really safe space between all of us, and I really love the community that's over here, and I really appreciate you guys allowing me to pretty much treat you like my own therapist and talk to you guys like you were my therapist. I should start paying you guys. But no, honestly, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for loving these type of videos. I love filming these type of videos. So if you guys like me to do another Chatty Get Ready With Me in the future, please let me know in the comments below, because they're so much fun for me to film. I'll make sure I list everything around my face down below as well. But that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys have my other channels, Are For Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you, cozy, beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, besties, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.